Morning everyone, and welcome back to the Runpreneur vlog, where we discuss all things entrepreneurship and running. It is a beautiful morning today. It's about 2 or 3 degrees, sun's been out and not too much breeze, so decent running conditions. And it's Sunday run day today, and the topic is how to get started with jogging. So it was somebody in the Runpreneur community asked this question, so hopefully I'll give you some tips and pointers on how to get started in running. So as always, if you like this episode, give it a like and a subscribe, and let's get started. So I have my good friend Rich King with me today. It's rare I get company on these runs, and Rich, I do give him a huge amount of stick because he's a close pal and we have a bit of banter, but he's a great guy, and he's a great inspiration for all you runners out there. Morning. He has what do you have wrong with your leg, Rich? If you don't mind me asking. Cerebral palsy, and it's impacted his motion in his right leg, and he has got to run half marathons. He's training for marathons. He's training for ultra marathons. So if Rich can do it, and it's just commitment and effort and training which has got him there, so he's a true inspiration to me, and hopefully he'll be to many others. So how do you get started in running? So I'll give you my take on this, and then I'll ask Rich a few questions as well. And I think the key is, the first things first, is running and the running community can be extremely competitive, okay, and you need to distance yourself from all of that straight off the bat, because you know, we all have our own challenges, we all have our own victories, and they're all relevant and specific to you. So as soon as you start comparing yourself to other people, you can it can be demoralising or demotivating. And what you need to realise is what you're trying to achieve, what are your goals, and stick to them and be true to yourself, and ignore other people unless they're part of your kind of accountability crew, which is very different than when people are supporting you in your goals. And when you start running, start really slow, okay, because it's really tough. It's not easy. People say, oh yeah, running's easy. It's not. So I'll put that myth aside. Even the amount of running that I do, I get days where it's like, oh, this is really difficult, and I'm not fancying this today. That's normal, okay? So you don't beat yourself up. It is hard, and results come with consistency and consistent effort and a structured approach to it. So when you start, I certainly wouldn't say, oh, I'm going to do 5k straight off the bat or anything like that. You know, just get yourself familiar with the running motion. So it might be that you kind of go out for walks. So it's really muddy. We know I hate mud, so just bear with me. I try and get over this without stacking it. So just start by walks, okay? Get your body used to a light exercise, and then walk for a period of time. And then once you've been walking and you've done a few walks and your body's starting to get used to the increased breathing, etc., start introducing a really, really light jog. And what I mean by that is, you know, almost the same speed as walking, but in a jogging motion, okay? And you might want to start looking at the distance between lampposts. You get a lot of people talk about lampposts as kind of decent kind of distances to kind of start running and for different running routines and stuff, and it's a good one. So perhaps look at doing 1 lamppost distance, and then the next week you might do 2 lampposts, and gradually build it up from there. There's also some really cool kind of programs like Couch to 5k, and you get all sorts of different programs that are geared towards different levels of ability, different levels of fitness, different weight, you know, different biometrics, etc., that you need to take into consideration, because like I say, you don't want to go off too quick, too fast, because all it'll do is it'll be too hard, too difficult, and it will completely demoralise you, and you'll stop doing it. So I'm going to ask Rich a couple of questions here now. So Rich, how did you get started in running, and what was the kind of process that you followed?
So I started, I got into running by my brothers. They all run. I didn't think I could do it because of my foot. I'm very flat-footed. So I tried the Couch to 5k.
Slow down a bit.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Couch to 5k. that got a bit difficult at times because of my foot for one reason or another. So I just did my own thing.
Okay, and how long do you think it took you to kind of, if you come over this side, Rich, because I don't like running through mud, so I'll talk till we get past this bit of mud anyway. But I was going to say is how long do you think it took you to kind of get to that 5k milestone, which seems to be so iconic with runners in terms of, you kind of almost consider yourself a true runner when you manage to run 5k for the first time. So how long did it take you to get to that stage?
At least 6 months. I was prone to injury. As I say, I'm very flat-footed, so it was a bit of a difficult process. Got frustrating at times. I thought, like a lot of people, I could just go out and run, but for me that wasn't the case. So I just had to take it steady, day by day, week by week.
Okay, no, brilliant. I think there's a really good message there that, with Rich's, injuries and kind of issues with his foot that he has to kind of manage. It's knowing your body and managing kind of injuries. And I think that's, if you listen to your body, is a really, really good learning point here, that if it's getting tough, just walk, slow it down, because people talk about miles on your legs as being important, which really is. But it doesn't matter how long it takes to get these miles on legs or how quickly or how slow you do them. You have to listen to your body in order to get those miles on your legs. So no, thanks for that, Rich. I think it's been really useful. So if I was going to summarise this relatively short episode on how you can get started in running, I would say, number one, do not get caught up in other people's levels and competitiveness. Set your challenges or your milestones and stay true to them. Number two, if you can get some form of accountability, maybe someone at a similar level who wants to do the same, you'll be much more likely to see the course through. Running clubs are a really good option as well. They're not super competitive as you may think. I'm part of a massive running club, High Runners, Histon Limpington Runners, in the Cambridgeshire area, and we've got super elite runners in it, but we've also got from every level, right the way from the never run before through to kind of sub 3 hour marathon runners, and there's so many different levels in between where people are so supportive, and it's about the community, which is really, really key. Number four would be start really slow, walks to begin with. Use lampposts as kind of guides to starting, implementing running, and just walk until you feel at a level that you can start doing it a little bit more. Number five, listen to your body for the signs of injury, because if you overexert yourself too quickly, you will heighten the likelihood of getting injured, which you really want to just avoid, otherwise it can stop you in your tracks really, really quickly. So yeah, that's pretty much it from my side. Anything you want to add to that, Rich?
I think one thing is key, which I found out, is make sure you make sure you stretch. Definitely your calf muscles. That's one thing I found out. I've got a lot of injuries through my calves, so I stretch daily now.
Okay, so that's a really, really valid point, one I missed. So absolutely agree with that. Stretching is so important for the recovery, making sure that you're fully recovered before you go for the next run. And you'll be surprised over the course in time, your legs will get stronger and more conditioned to more kind of activity and more exercise, but do it in a sustainable and a slow, progressive fashion. So that's pretty much it for me today. A big thank you to Rich for joining me on today's episode. He is an absolute legend. Just to summarise this guy, when I did my Ninja World Record marathon, he finished his job super early and met me to run the second half of the marathon with me. So he ran a half marathon straight from like a 8 or 9 hour shift without any food or anything. What an absolute legend. True inspiration to me. The challenges he faces as a runner far outweigh mine, and yet he's just finished a 54 consecutive day running streak as well, which is truly amazing. And he shed about a stone in weight as well. I barely recognised him this morning. So that's pretty much it for me today. As always, if you want to Any comments or any questions, just drop me a comment. I'll respond to everyone. If there's a bigger topic, I'll do a separate vlog episode and tag you in. And check out the links in my bio, as I'm just about to launch podcast and blog as well, so you can watch, listen or read this content in the future, which is super cool. And all that's left to say is the Runpreneur vlog was set up to help entrepreneurs, business owners overcome the emotions of stress, overwhelm and anxiety by using exercise as a release valve. And we all experience these emotions, and the people that are most successful in this world are the ones that process them more effectively. Now, running is my release valve, and I process the stresses and pressures in my life every day. I get clarity, I analyse them, I keep focused on what I'm trying to achieve, and as a result I've made more progress in the last 9 months than I have in the previous 4 years. So hopefully there's sufficient social proof this stuff works. And my pledge to you is that I've been in the position of losing businesses because of my inability to tackle these emotions. I've lost business partners because of it. I've almost been bankrupt because of it, and it's a horribly dark place, and you're almost venturing into the world of anxiety, panic attacks, which are not nice at all and can be avoided with the right tactics. So my pledge to you is that if you are struggling with this stuff, drop me a message. We'll jump on a call. There's no catch whatsoever here. I'm not selling you anything, and I'll give you a few tips and a bit of advice that I've implemented in my life that will hopefully be very, very transferable to your life, and that can make a massive difference to you. Now, many people have taken me up on this already, and we've made some massive differences in a positive way to so many entrepreneurs, and I continue to try and help as many as we possibly can. As I always said, if this vlog just helped one entrepreneur or saved one business, it'd be 1,000,000% worthwhile. So on that basis, all I have to say is that if you like this episode, give it a like, comment and a subscribe. If you want to see similar content, check out the playlist link below. And all that's left to say is stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you tomorrow. And Rich will say bye now as well.
See you later, guys.
Cheers.